Something weird has happened over at Fox News. One of the hosts actually pushed back on a conspiracy about voter fraud. So now this, of course, was during a conversation with Newt Gingrich. And he's going to say something that's completely off the rails. Well, let's take a look.
I believe Trump probably did actually carry Georgia. I believe that the election process is a mess. I really wish the governor would call a special session to clean it up. And the Republicans simply have to turn out more votes than Stacey Abrams can steal.
I'm sorry, what? We just need to get more votes than what Stacey Abrams can steal. That's fascinating. I've never heard that conspiracy before. But look, here's the thing. I think this is calculated. I think Newt Gingrich, as much as I loathe to give him credit, he's actually kind of hitting on something there. See, he's trying to play it down the middle. Because on the one hand, of course, Republicans are trying to follow Donald Trump and saying, oh, the massive voter fraud, cheated, it's all rigged. The 2020, 100% rigged, your vote doesn't matter. But also, some Republicans realized, oh, shit, we need people to vote. We need people to vote. And so brilliantly, Newt Gingrich came up with this conspiracy that it's Stacey Abrams that is stealing your vote. And that only if you turn out in big enough numbers, can you defeat Stacey Abrams' evil plot. I'm not kidding. So now that is an interesting theory, my friend. And I don't mean friend, sir. But understand that it is a way for him to try to have his cake and eat it too. Especially since they also add in scary black woman stealing your votes. Now, apparently, Steve Doocy did not get the memo on this because he actually challenged him. Take a look.
How is Stacey Abrams going to steal votes? And the second part is the people of Georgia are confused. On Saturday night, you had the president there saying that the election was rigged. It was stolen from him. And people, I was reading in the Atlanta Journal-Constitution this morning, they've got a big article about people who live there, and they go, I don't know what to believe because the president says it was rigged, so why would I vote? Because it's not going to count.
Well, they need to vote because the key to a Republican victory is to have more votes than the left can steal. And
How
it's
are they
very
going to steal them?
The agreement the Secretary of State made with Stacey Abrams was crazy. They have their back now once again with these boxes where you can drop off ballots, which are an invitation to going out and gathering up votes, which is illegal under Georgia law. By the way, the county governments will not allow Republicans in to see who they're sending the ballots to. So the only time you can verify signature that matters is on the way out, which the counties won't let Republicans watch. When the ballots come back in under the agreement the Secretary of State made, you're not allowed to verify them. And the result has been at least 3 times as many votes would have been ruled out as Biden's entire margin. That doesn't count other problems, which we've seen. You know, the video on the security camera of the person who happened to have an entire batch of extra ballots. There are a lot of things that went on that are, I spent a long time in Georgia politics. I have never seen an election that was this blatantly disorganized.
Look, you want to talk about blatantly disorganized? Where was that thought train head, bro? I mean, that was just like cast off random thoughts. Like, there's no argument there. There's just conspiracies. No evidence, just conspiracies. In fact, the video that he alluded to has already been debunked by an Atlanta local news team and the Republican Secretary of State's office in Georgia. Oh, so now you're saying, oh, no. The Republican Party now, Republican Party officials are actually deep state Democrat plants that are working with Stacey Abrams, a liberal, communist, socialist, scary black woman, to go and steal your votes. Or how about this? More people voted for Biden, and Donald Trump lost. Weird. I mean, come on. No, that's hilariously sad. And by the way, again, Steve Doocy out there saying, okay, but how would she steal the votes? Like, how would she steal the votes? It sounds ridiculous. And understand, that's like the most pushback I think I've seen Steve Doocy say or do that. And so when that guy hands you your ass, that's bad. That's really bad because he's not even that bright. And he's like, I don't know about that one. Okay. And it's a stretch, right? And here's the thing. Okay. I think this is Fox News, Fox and Friends moving on from Donald Trump. Okay. Now, that, of course, is aside from Tucker Carlson, Sean Hannity, and Laura Ingraham. Now, what they're trying to do is they're trying to wring as many views from coping MAGA chuds as they can before January 20th. To which afterwards, of course, after Hannity and Tucker Carlson say, oh, well, here we go. Joe Biden is 46th president of the United States. All of those chuds, they're going to run off to OAN and Newsmax. And they know that. You don't think Fox News knows that a significant number of their viewer base now no longer considers them to be conservative media? Now views them as liberal media and has to go off to more crazy pastures? And so OAN, Newsmax, is perfect for them because they don't care at all about anything. They're just like, oh, Joe Biden is drinking the adrenochrome of babies. Run it. Fuck it. Let's run it all. It gets crazy views. And that's unfortunately all that they care about. And I'm not saying Fox News is great. Fox News is the reason we're in decline right now, or one of the reasons, at least when it comes to news, so-called news with the conservative side. But like, they know the bill's coming due, and they know that people are going to leave. So they're trying to wring out as many views as they can. Those three. But the rest of Fox News is moving on because Rupert Murdoch has moved on. And what Rupert Murdoch wants, since he's the owner of Fox News, well, that's what he's going to get. And so there it is. It's just more evidence of Fox News moving into the post-Trump era. But in case you were worried that Fox News is going to suddenly start being an upstanding, quote-unquote, news organization, well, don't worry. Because after all, at the end of the day, it's still Fox News. If you enjoyed this video, please give us a like and share with your friends. You can subscribe and help out the channel by becoming a patron. It's patreon.com/Jeff Waldorf, or you can become a channel member as well by hitting the join button below.